today we are trading the Porsche out for the Corvette. So I have a small garage, and you guys have probably seen that. I don't have room for all my cars, so I keep either at my dad's shop or over at my uncle's house. I'm able to keep either the Porsche or the Corvette. So I'll kind of swap those out. He lives just around the corner from me. So I'm pulling up to his house now, and I will grab the Corvette. It's a tight squeeze into his driveway. I don't want to scrape the front. I'll grab the Corvette and park the Porsche in his garage for safekeeping, and then we'll bring the Porsche back to my house. So that's what I'm here doing right now. And hopefully the battery starts. I brought a jump box. I brought some of the stuff I think I'll need, and we'll just see where we're at. There she is. So, still connected to the trickle charger. Hopefully we have power. Everything's still connected to our battery system. So this car has a very high compression motor. So we have is one of these excess power AGM batteries. So that's what this one is. And it's a 1150 cranking amps. And this battery here is a excess power SB Superbank. So this is able to dump up to 10,000 amps if it needs to. So keep it all charged. This is able to charge both types of batteries. So what I do is have those kind of work together to start this motor. If you're not familiar with this car, this is a 445 cubic inch LS7, 12.5 to 1. Fairly small cam for such a large motor. It's a 235, 247 with like 680 lift. So a lot of lift, not a lot of duration for such a large motor. Has a few nice goodies. Has a GZ vacuum pump on it. Runs E85, has a flex fuel sensor. Currently has 91 in it since it's been parked. We have a flex fuel sensor wired in. I have a 320 amp alternator with the larger pulley so we don't overspin it. Runs methanol injection as well. That's a Haltech Killer B and an MST atomic intake. It's got CNC ported heads from West Coast Cylinder Head. Full built bottom end, studs head to toe. The motor is designed to run nitrous, and I think that's kind of the idea. So I bought this car from my dad. He built this car. It has a TR6060 in the rear and differential, but he wanted something that would drive nice and not have to have this huge hog cam and bucking around, kind of hard to drive. He wanted something that would drive nice, but then he can make up the horsepower in nitrous. So this car might make, I haven't been on the dyno, that's the goal soon. Should make 600-ish at the tire. Might be a little less, just because the small cam, but it is definitely a healthy motor. Let's see how things start up. Starting's always a little odd on this motor, or on this car. After I've had the power turned off, you see I hit that big power switch, so it always acts a little weird. Never likes to start good. But after it's been running, it fires right up. That's probably partially being on 91. So giving it a little throttle to help keep it running. Running on its own. Good oil pressure. cold. So it's just maxing out the gauge, 88, 87 PSI. So yeah, that's the Corvette. I'm gonna get this thing dialed in and we're gonna swap positions with the Porsche. So yeah, this is the Corvette. It has a, was it triple disc? Twin disc, I think it's a twin disc. Act clutch in it. So the clutch is actually very mild. See if I get out without scraping. Now, I do have fangs on this, so I don't mind scraping too much, but just try smoothly. So first things first, we gotta get some E85. We're on 91 right now. The tune is available to run on 91, but this motor doesn't like it, so it's really happy on E85. So that's what we're gonna go do. Put some E85 in it right now. All filled up with the E85. Kind of wanted to have this this A86 Corolla pull up next to me, not to race, I mean, but it's like the initial D car to a T. It looks really cool. There. I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't see that. It's pretty cool. Alright, now that the car's home, I need to track prep, I guess. I'm not going to put drag radials on the car. I have a set of drag radials on different wheels. Essentially, my brother got the 74 Courier. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the other videos on this channel, the Loki truck is what he calls it, called me out. He ran at 8:35 in the 8th at 94 miles an hour. Don't ask me why he called me out. I don't feel like there's going to be any trouble. The only problem is it's about 45 degrees today and super overcast, kind of wet roads. You might have noticed how easy the car spins the tires. That's not even half throttle. So he wants to race basically Dragy since he lives in Tennessee. I wanted to do that Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. It's obviously it's unsafe to, you know, make a street hit. So yeah, I'm going to see where we are able to how the weather is going to be essentially. If I don't do it tomorrow, it will be in this video. But I'm going to have to wait a few weeks for the weather to be better. The dogs are so happy I'm home. Look at that's little Molly.
All right, new day. So I was planning on getting the vet set up to go out and do an 8th mile pass, but the weather got really bad. And we really haven't had a sunny day in Sacramento area for about 3 weeks, so it's been a while. I don't know how well you can tell, but it's a little sunny outside, a little cloudy, but I think it's actually going to get a little better towards the end of the day. It's about 1:30 right now, and I think around 3 it's supposed to be better. So the plan is I want to get the vet prepped, but I want to put a cooler plug in it. So right now it has TR6 plugs, NGK plug, and I'm going to swap them out for a BR7 EF. So it's 1-step cooler plug. This motor's 12.5 to 1 compression. So it seems like all the pros, all the fast guys, they say if you're gonna run high compression LS7, do a BR7, a 7. It doesn't have a protruding tip either, so that also helps. So, you know, you do these little quarter mile, or not quarter mile, but these like 3-second hits on the dyno, 5-second hits on the dyno. It's not the same as like the street when you're really lugging things. So sounds like doing a little bit cooler plug is going to make a big difference. I plan on swapping these plugs out real fast, then heading out to I guess what we would call Mexico, and see if we can get a couple passes in. I know a place in Mexico that doesn't have a lot of traffic, about 45 minutes away, so I'm going to do that, and we'll see where we're at then. So I'm trying to bring the 2-step down to about 2,500. I feel like that's
So right about here is when my dad pushed the record button again and didn't record the run, and I forgot to start the Dragy. So here's a little bit slower pass. All right, back from Mexico. I had my dad stand outside and film. I took a Dragy video of the second hit. I did two. First one was a 770, 8th mile, ran 11.5 in the quarter.
Almost got sticky.
With those tires, I did like a 209 60 foot, basically like a 2.1. So not a great 60 foot. I was able to put it down in second, first gear, just kind of, half throttle-ish probably. Also, the video I took, I ran a 782, I think it was, at 100 miles an hour. I think that's pretty good, NA, all motor. Obviously the goal is to hit this motor with maybe on the top end up to a 300 shot, so it's ready for a bunch of nitrous. It was built for nitrous, rings gap for nitrous, everything was, the whole idea behind this motor was nitrous. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna end this video off here with filling up the tires and look over some of the data. I didn't log it, so I don't know how much timing I had, but I think I was around 26 if I remember my tune correctly. So a little low, I think. I don't know, maybe 28 I would want. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I'm leaving a ton of power on the table. I do want to get it on the dyno. And also I want to run at the Kingston Drags January 3rd. And I think I'll have everything to do that, to legally race there. I am going to put the drag radials on for racing there. So hopefully I could cut like a 1.8 60 foot. I'd be pretty happy. A 1.7. We'll see what we can do, but end it off there. Thank you for watching.